So you'll come into the application via its URL, and you'll be greeted with this landing page. We've got Sleepy Kitty here, but let's sign up or sign in. So we'll let the Sleepy Kitty know that we're here. And in we go. And I'm just going to sign in with my fingerprint. Microsoft Entra is doing its thing. And here we go. What can I help you create today? Right now, it's just a townsfolk builder, but I do have some additional features planned once I'm live and I've started to gather feedback from some end users. So let's go ahead and open up the townsfolk generator. And here's a list of all of the non-player characters that I've generated while developing this application. Before we look at any of these, let's see what that process looks like. So we'll click on New NPC. Now, we can either completely randomize a person that they meet. Let's say your characters have walked into a tavern and they're hanging out and they strike up a conversation with the person at the next table. Well, that one of those people could be a halfling who's a retired herbalist who used to be a sailor. Let's get some more details about this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and generate an AI description for him. Click that button. And Sleepy Kitty's awake, and she's thinking. She's working on it. And then when it comes back in just another second from the language model that I'm using, we find out that our tavern neighbor's name is Milo Greenbottle. He's got a light complexion. He's a halfling. He's got curly black hair, and he's usually wearing simple earth tone clothing. He's cheerfully curious, loves to tell stories. He's not retired, but he spends his days tending to his garden and sharing his herbal knowledge with the local community. And he spent his early life at sea. We can save that guy, and it's persisted in the cloud. And here we go. So let's go back to our list. And there's Milo right up at the top. And that's pretty much our feature set. We can see down at the bottom that I've got 65 out of 100 possible NPCs stored. For paid subscribers, I do have to have a limit on these things. You're going to be able to store up to 100 NPCs. I'll be adding a delete button within the next week or so. And the AI details, you can generate 100 NPCs per month. And at the start of the month, or at the start of your next billing cycle, you'll get this AI details will go back to 0 out of 100, and it'll just count up as you generate NPCs and other things as I add those. So let's take a look at what this looks like on a phone. Familiar site. So let's sign up or sign in. And here we go. So let's go to our townsfolk. And like I said, these get stored in the cloud. And here's Milo, right here on the page. Now, something I didn't show on the desktop view that I should show you here is sometimes having just a random character isn't enough. Your players will have entered, say, a smithy. So here we go. Here's a smith. And we know they're not retired, so we'll keep that. And let's say this smith is a half-elf. We know that much. We don't know anything about their background. We don't know if they're male or female, so we'll just roll the dice on that. We've got a half-elf. They're they, them. Let's see if we can get... Here we go. A female half-elf. She's 93. She's 5'6", 147 pounds, fair complected, straight black hair. All of this stuff you can do for free. This rolling the dice, that doesn't chew up any AI. So you can click this dice as many times as you want until your heart's content. And then once we finally get to a place where, yeah, okay, this looks like an interesting character. They grew up as a criminal. They're a smith now. Well, let's get some details. So, Blinky Kitty, she thought fast this time, and we've got Aaron Thorne. He was raised in a rough environment. He fell into a life of crime early on, but seeking redemption, he apprenticed under a master smith to learn his new trade. So let's go ahead and save. We'll go back to our list, and here's Aaron Thorne right there at the top of our list. Now, this is what I'm going to be launching with right off the bat.